Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Let us start the Brahma Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
वासुदेवाय
Yat Kananav Jale Bhajate Sma Yoga. Yah Karana Nava Jale Bhajate Sma Yoga.
योगा
Ramananda Jagadanda Saroma Kopaha.
निराधमानंद जगत
Adhara Shakti Mavalamya Param Samurti.
आधार शक्ति वलयम्य
Namadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Purusham tam aham bhajami.
Yah Kanana Nava Jale Bhajate Yoga.
यम कारणा भजते
Bhajati
स्म योगा
yoga.
Ramananda Jagadanda Saroma Kopaha. Adhara Shakti Mavalamya Param Samurti.
आधार शक्ति
Govindam
Adi Purusham
Purusham
Tamaham
Tamam
Bhajami.
Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami.
भजामि
I adore the primal Lord Govinda, who, assuming his own great subjective form, who bears the name of Shesha, replete with all accommodating potency and reposing it in the causal ocean, with the infinity of the word in the process pores of his hair, enjoys the creative slave Yoga Nidra. I adore the primal Lord Govinda, assuming his own great subjective form, who bears the name of Shesha, replete with all accommodating potency and reposing in the ocean of causal ocean with the infinity of the word in the pores of his hair, enjoys creative sleep Yoga Nidra. The subjective nature of Ananta, who has the form of a couch of Mahavishnu, is described. Ananta, the same who is infinite, couch on which Mahavishnu reposes a distinctive appearance of divinity, bearing the name of Shesha, having the subjective nature of that of the servant of Krishna. Humagyanativanadasya Gyana Janashlakya Chakshomilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Namo Vishwapadaya. Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunavadi Parashas Devshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram. So we have Shesha, also known as Adi Shesha. Vishnu forms when they are either in Garbhodaka or Shira or Mahavishnu, all the forms of Vishnu, whenever they try to lie down, it's the nature of Balaramji. Krishna expands to Balaram, Balaram expands to so many expansions. And whenever Lord wants to take rest, Balaramji becomes the bed. And that is the bed is Adi Shesha or another other Sheshas, always trying to give service to the Lord. Just like we know as Lakshmana. Also, when Lord Rama will be taking rest, Lakshmana used to be watching out any enemy that there or not, trying to do service. So the pleasure of service to Krishna is first tasted by Balramji himself. And in this world, Balramji expands as Mahavishnu, then he expands the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Shirodaksha Vishnu, then also as Ananta. Some people feel no, Balramji is an expansion of Ananta. It's not true. Originally, just like we say in a loose term, Vishnu is Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu. It's okay, but it's not the factual truth. Factual truth is Krishna is not avatar, is avatari. Ek ete chamsa kala pumsa Krishna su Bhagavan Swayam. In the Bhagavatam, in the first canto, third chapter, it is said Krishna is not one of the incarnation. Don't make a mistake. Bhagavan Swayam. He is the Supreme Lord Himself. And everything else, it is Amsha and Kala. It's expansions and expansions on expansions. So similarly, there's a big confusion. People feel that Balramji is an expansion of Shesha, and they even go stretch to the situation of saying Balramji is a Jiva, it's a great aparadha. He is Vishnu Tattva. He is the first expansion of Krishna, and he expands in this world for the service of creation in Mahavishnu, Garbhadaksha, Shirodakshi Vishnu, and also in the terms of Shesha. That is the expansion of Balramji, who takes as a service to Krishna. So whenever Krishna wants to lie down, he lies down to the different Sheshas and is comforting. We were analyzing in so many ways that Krishna, whatever he does is perfect. And just like when Krishna was born, also when he was going towards, Vasudeva was taking the small child from Mathura to Vrindavan. On the way, Shesha covered his head. Shh. Always there in his service to Krishna, and that is his pleasure. In fact, service to Krishna is so pleasurable. Even though he is Vishnu Tattva, he tastes the pleasure of service to Krishna. Service to Krishna is, tasted by Lord Himself. Krishna Himself becomes a devotee to taste what is the pleasure of my service. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was wondering how my devotees get so much happiness. They get more happiness than me when they serve me. They find some extraordinary qualities in me. What is my beauty, super excellent beauty? They are always enchanted. With these three reasons, Lord Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking the mood of his devotees and trying to understand the mood of his topmost devotee, Radharani. Why she has so much happiness when she serves me? What she finds so beautiful about me? What are the qualities of me that she always cherishes? And she is more happy than me in doing service. Similarly, service to Krishna is actually not a pain. So many people think servant means a big problem. No, service to Krishna is a great pleasure. The Lord Himself tastes, Balramji Himself tastes. Okay? So even in the temple, the whole temple, the dhama, even the mridanga, everything is called Balram, by which we are assisting service to Krishna. So it's a great pleasure actually to be able to participate in the Lord's service. True, we should keep ourselves pure by strictly following rules and regulations, by chanting Hare Krishna. Then Balramji grace will come. And by the mercy of Balramji, we can understand Krishna. And we can look how he is so much always in the mood of service to Krishna. That is what we can learn from the Shesha. He is always watching how the living entities are following, sometimes not following, and sometimes he gets fed up. That's why the fire starts from the different hoods. Another thing talking about talked about Shesha is that from his all mouths is trying to glorify Krishna. Always. He is Ananta and he has unlimited hoods. And from each hood is trying to tell about glories of Krishna. Even though he has been telling from millions of years, he is not able to finish. Krishna is so glorious. That's it. From millions of his mouth is always Krishna is so wonderful in this way. Krishna did like that. Krishna's personality is so great that even with 1,000 mouths, if you try to tell separately, independently, still you will not finish. And that is Ananta's pleasure. He's always taking great pleasure in glorifying the Lord and still cannot finish. So that is his mood of servitude, even though he's also an expansion of the Lord and he takes great pleasure in service. So this is one more feature of the Lord, Shesha, which is in the active in the service. He is a servant of Krishna. That is the mood. That is the mood he has of service to Krishna and enjoys giving, becoming the bed of the Lord and seeing the Lord as very comfortable. The Lord's sleep is not like our sleep. The whole material creation is done in the Lord's sleep. But what is our sleep? Our sleep is meaningless. The Lord's sleep is called Yoga Nidra. Everything, both material and spiritual, is being managed by Krishna without a single mistake. Actually, if he sleeps, it's done. Everything is done. Finished. Just like Brahma, when he sleeps, he destroys the world because how it will run when he's sleeping. Then again, morning he creates. Except some top portion of the universe, there is pralaya at every evening of Brahma after billions of years. But Lord's Nidra is not like Brahma, it's much higher. Even though he's sleeping, he can manage and conduct the whole universe. Everything is conducted by him without a single mistake, both material and spiritual world. So that is Lord sleep, called Yoga Nidra. Lord awakeness in there is playing with Mother Yashoda, with the gopis and the gopas. uh, and Lord sleep is the metal world. Because what is there in the metal world are useless, nonsense, meaningless desires of the living entity. So Lord doesn't have to even keep his eyes open to accomplish that. He can accomplish that in his sleep. And Satya Sankalpa, whatever Lord wishes become true even in the sleep, and all our desires are fulfilled with the design of the metal world done by the Lord in sleep. Can you just imagine? And Ananta giving a pleasure to the Lord in comforting in that sleep. That's called Yoga Nidra. Sometimes we get opportunity, we will take all of you to Kerala, Trivandrum. We have Ananta Padmanabha temple, Rangam, so many temples where the Lord is worshipped lying on Ananta Shesha. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji, Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama,
Prabhuji.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Continue chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram